So let me share my screen and kick off the call here. So share screen. There we go. So congrats, everybody. So for those that are new, welcome. This is our Jumpstarter month. So it's the 1st of June, and this is the time where we come together because we are all self-motivated in this business, part of a good-sized crew of people that are, you know what? I'm just going to say it. We're changing the world one person at a time. So welcome, and thanks for being a part. This is a time where we come together and not only focus on ourselves and our own health and what we're doing to move ourselves forward, but get information, celebrate what we did collectively, and put our CEO hats on and make up some goals and what we want to do for the month going forward. Let's see here. Hang on a second. It's like I got someone that popped on here. But anyways, this is why I always put this slide up here because it's so great to see, the lives that we're actually changing. The lives are real. There's so many of them. And it's just good to kind of take a time to kind of reflect on how many lives that we've changed. I mean, if you kind of look around the call here, everyone on this line has a tremendous story of health. And then those people have probably helped, dozens and dozens upon possibly hundreds of people change their health too. And I just think it's a really cool thing. So again, to our first time people, welcome. So one of the things that we do here also is to say, Dr. A reminds us that optimal health is a journey taken one step at a time, one habit at a time, and one day at a time. We're not a diet, which means we're always moving our health forward in our habits of health. So part of being able to help others is helping ourselves first. So I'm going to start this call and kind of organizing our thoughts and what we're going to accomplish this month with what do you want to accomplish for your health. We have the health games that are kicking off today. You can still invite people on. Highly suggest that. If you would like, just get there's a few leaders that are hosting a room. If you'd like to invite more people, it's not too late. Highly recommend it as a tool. Hopefully you guys can all hear me. It says my internet's being unstable. Okay, I think I'm back. Hopefully you guys can invite some people to join in and get a little bit more of our culture. But I want to congratulate a few people. We had another great month and a lot of awesome stuff. So I wanted to congratulate Foley, Integrated Regional Director, first month of qualification, Allison Petty. New Regional Directors, Jim and Kanani Turner. New Executive Directors, Joe and Andrea Powell, Casey and Jen Keel, and Debbie Klutcher. Congratulations. April, Shai, and Caitlin, new associate directors and new managers, Jeanette, John, and Corey. And then we had a bunch of new senior coaches, Nicole, Brittany, Harmon, Echo, Heather, Stephanie, Emily, Harvin, Marvin, Curry, Megan, Maureen, and JR. So many great stuff. And it's all these people are just getting started. And this is where we'll kind of just remind everyone that our business and how we help people and how we help a lot of people is built by just helping 5 people at a time. I was talking to a lot of people that were new. We had a lot of new people down at our event here. They were like, oh, I don't know if I can be awesome like all the people that were around. We had there's a lot of executive directors down here. And it's like everyone started out the same. And if you really break it down, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. 5 people to help create health. And probably within those 5 people, most likely, and maybe even more, there's a person that wants to join our community and pay it forward. So that's what we're all about. And we just had a phenomenal month of doing that. So, but more importantly, props to everybody, because you can't always reach a new rank every single month. And we had tons of people take their accountability and their goals and what they wanted to accomplish very serious this month and became on purpose and helped a lot of people. So it doesn't matter if you only helped 1 or you helped 50 this month. Congratulations, and thank you for being a part of our world-changing community. So, oops, it's not April games. I had a little typo there. It's the June games. So I already talked a little bit about this. But again, if you have people that are part of those 5 clients that you're helping at a time, that you see that's the amazing potential for them to become a health coach and pay it forward, remember that there's a $100 health coach scholarship rebate for being in the health games, and as well as a $50 starting program scholarship for anyone that's in the challenge that has not ordered through Take Shape for Life yet. But with that tonight, we're going to keep this call tonight very short. And just before I turn it over to Dawn, I just want to ask you guys all to look at something tonight and ask you something. What do you guys want to accomplish not only in June, but where do you guys want to be over the next few months? Who do you want to help? Let's make it real. Let's make it tangible. We did a little exercise down here in the Bay Area when we were doing the training, where we actually had people write down their goals, and then we had them tell the person next to them what their goals was. and you immediately felt the energy in the room change because they became more tangible, they became more real. And when you start to make a goal that's tangible, you actually metabolize it and your brain starts to own it as yourself, and you become more attached to wanting to accomplish it. So with that being said, I'm just going to encourage you guys to do that. That's what we do every single month. We like to finish up the month nice and early so we can sit back on the last day and enjoy all of our good works, start to think about what we want to do next. And that's why we do this call. It's kind of a stop all. Man, that last month was great. Look at what we're doing. Isn't it so great, the lives that we're changing? What do we want to do now, and what are we working towards next? But with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Global Director Don Chow. So Don, are you there?
I am, Brad. Thank you so much. Can I say, I just love that you're in your car, you're on a trip with Ashley and baby Witten, and you just saw, all the amazing rock stars down in California and just had a really awesome trip. Isn't it awesome we can work from anywhere? I love that.
Yep, even my car, or rental car.
Even the car. Anyways, Brad, yeah, thank you. And please jump in if for any chance my internet cuts out, okay? But anyways, it has been a phenomenal year. And one of the things that I just wanted to talk a little bit about is, are you having fun? I love that Brad had people write down their goals, right? Because it makes it real. It makes it tangible. And you can have dreams, but when you write them down, it becomes reality. And really, as you're working towards those goals, that's when life happens. So are we enjoying the process? And I loved hearing on the leadership call, the awesome leaders, and Patty Glick was really talking about, and Lisa Castro were talking about being relatable and making those relationships out and about, really not taking ourselves so seriously. I mean, what we do is amazing, changing the lives of others, but we if we don't have fun, then maybe we're not doing it quite right. So I love that, and I love that Brad kicked this month off with writing down your goals, because that is a big key, and one of the things that has helped our whole team just to transform over the last year, really writing down goals and actually writing those goals down before the month's even over, finishing up nice and early, really celebrating, taking that time to give props out to your team, celebrate everyone, and then think about the month ahead, right? What do you want to create? And, really, what are we creating? And as we're being mindful of that, we can kind of structure it. So I always get my goals in ahead of time, usually before the end of the month, and connect right up with my mentorship team, Brad, and talking with that. So I just encourage you, if you haven't reached out yet with your goals written down, reach out to your support team, reach out to your mentor, and let them know that you'd like to jump on a call or jump on a Zoom call and really talk about what's on your heart for this month. Talk about what you'd like to create. And we've got some really exciting things coming up with convention just a few days, just like 4 weeks away. So a lot of that is great. And Brad, do we have the success tracker? Is that on the next slide, please, senor?
Am I unmuted? There we go. I actually did not. I forgot to get the slide on there. So
that's okay. I have one handy. I'll just put, I don't know if y'all can see this, but so I don't know if that's okay. Anyways, one of the things, we got it?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, Brad, to skip ahead. But this is one of the things that I like to really talk about, at the beginning of the month, pull out your monthly success tracker. And I like to do one each month and then staple them back to back, so you can kind of take what you had going on last month and move it forward to the next month, because goals are built 1 month at a time, kind of goal to goal, right? So that's what creates your whole business and that structure there. So when you zoom out and take a look at this, you see the cool smiley faces, we see all that, but think about the lives that this represents. Think about the people that we're touching. The each individual client really makes a big difference in the whole grand scheme of things. So relax, have fun, be mindful, and then think about, are we creating optimal health? Or are we just focusing on the physical health aspect of it? Because we have so many tools, so many things that we can give people. And when we really meet them where they're at and we use the tools available, like the wellness assessment, and we start that conversation with people, and we actually are hearing what's on their heart, hearing what they'd like to see changed in their lives, we can add them in. They can become a new client. But you know what? So many people are coming on with the game starting. They're coming on as coaches at the same time because they've got friends and family that want to get started with them. So one of the things I'd like to just talk about are tips for this month. Make your list. Are you organized? Do you have your success tracker filled out? And take a peek at where you're going to be at and what you'd like to create. Connect with your business mentor, talk with them, set up a game plan, and then, use the tools. If you're just brand new and getting started, three-way calls and Zooms are so important. So you get that third-party credibility. Your mentor, your health coach would love to do those with you. So reach out, schedule lots of them, and definitely debrief and learn after them. Grab your rockstar clients, do some celebration calls with them, and just really set up those three-way calls. So set your goals up with your mentor, and they'll help you, make those SMART goals. And then I have a rock star on my team coming on. Her name is Andrea Stimpson. And I just wanted her to share, because this all kind of comes into National Convention's only 39 days away. And there's so much amazing things we can do between now and then, really high leverage activities it's not really a question of, whether we're going, but who are we going to bring with us? So, I just encourage you, if you're brand new on the call, and you haven't really thought about attending National Convention, I would just highly recommend and guide you to reach out to your mentor, reach out to your health coach, and just explore the possibilities of what might it look like if you were able to go, and what might change if you were. And so instead of thinking of all the reasons maybe you can't, really kind of think about, well, if nothing was standing in my way, do I want to go? And then how could I make that happen? And beyond a shadow of doubt, let your mentor know, because we want to help you think outside the box and help everyone get there who can. So I would like to bring on Andrea to just share a little bit about her experience. I have to just give props. Her health coach, Abby, invited her to convention a year ago, and Andrea will share a little bit about this, but she was just a brand new coach, and now she has created an amazing business, helped a ton of people, thriving with health coaches across the country, and just really helping a lot of people, and in just 1 year. So Andrea, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yes.
Take it away, girl. So share a little bit about where you were last year at this time, just 30 days away from convention, and then what has changed in the last year.
Well, last year at this time, my awesome health coach invited me to convention, and I drug my feet about it, but I ended up going. I was barely a senior coach. I think I had 6 clients when I went. And I went there thinking, is this for real? Are these people, just out for a diet and all that? And I left there so excited, and really got the vision of the trilogy and what this company is all about, and just the authenticity of Dr. Anderson and all the awesome health coaches. And when I came home, the very next month, I went from senior coach when I went to convention, and the very next month I ended up executive director, just because I was so excited to share this program with everybody that I could possibly get to listen to me. So it's pretty exciting. National Convention, I think, is the most important convention of the year for people to go to. It's so worth it.
I love that, Andrea. So when you've now been to a Go Global and a convention, and you're coming up on going to your second convention, what would you say are a few of the really awesome takeaways from convention that are just really special for not even new coaches, but also what you're excited to come back and learn this year, having had the year of experience?
I would have to say probably the best thing for me was the breakout sessions, just the individual training, and then the one-on-one time with other health coaches that you don't know, that you get to meet and pick their brain and just get great ideas from them. The recognition dinner is amazing. That blew me away last year, so I'm super excited about that. I'm very excited for some of my coaches to go. and just learn as much as they can. And for me to just, you know, go on from what I've learned in the last year. So I'm excited.
So Andrea, what would you say to anyone on the line that's new and might be considering going?
Whatever you do, you need to go. That this is going to change your business. It's only what you want. And a lot of times you don't know what you want until you go and you experience something like this. If you're a brand new coach, just get there. That's the best advice I can say. And take a pen and write down lots and lots of notes and meet a lot of awesome people.
That's so perfect, Andrea. Yeah. And so now, you know, you came by yourself last year, you had 6 clients, you were just getting started. I think you'd been a coach for less than a month. And now you're going back, you're a regional director, you've got 3 executive directors on your team, another regional on your team, and you're taking a whole team of people with you this year. So much can change in just 1 year, you guys. It's just phenomenal. So thank you, Andrea, for sharing, like, from the heart and just your personal experience of what that is all about and then the power of National Convention.
Thank you. I'm honored to talk.
Awesome. Well, Brad, would you like to wrap up? That's pretty much, you know, you guys, National Convention is, it's really a special opportunity. I would say, you know, if you are a brand new coach on the line or just a new person, you know, reach out to your mentor. You just never know what's possible in the next 39 days. Lots of people are deciding still to come. Just have to say, my very first convention, and Brad will attest to this, I was not coming because I'm a nurse and had to work 3 of the 4 days that I was going to be gone. And I decided that, you know, not this year, but I'll go next year. And, you know, I actually, you know, Brad encouraged me to go, but I heard from Dr. Anderson, actually drove down to Bend, and he stood from stage. And this is one of the most powerful things I think he ever said. I was sitting in the front row. I was so brand new, really didn't know many people except for Brad. And he said, you know, National Convention is just a couple weeks away, and anyone who comes, I can guarantee, you know, your business is going to grow. And if it wasn't worth it, you just tell me, you email me, and I'll pay you back every cent you spent to get there. And I was like, whoa, that went from Dr. A's mouth. Like, that meant a lot to me. And so, you know what? Just a couple days before, a couple weeks before convention, I decided I was going to go, and I just reached out. I got 3 of those shifts covered and jumped on a flight, and off I went. And 5 years later, I am definitely, that is a decision that I never, ever once have regretted. So reach out to your mentors and see if you can go. And if you are an experienced coach or a business leader on the line, or a business coach, reach out to every single coach. Every single pre-coach, every rock star client. This event's awesome, and anyone can go, which is the beauty of it.
I love it. Thank you, Don, for sharing. That's so great. And I will throw out that guarantee to anyone here. If you are not yet considering going, please reach out to your support team. I will give you not only Dr. A's guarantee, but my guarantee. If you want to go to National Convention and you go and you are not happy with what you went to, I will personally refund every cent of your trip. But I've never had to give anyone any cent on that yet. So, but here's another way to even make my bet even easier for all of you, is you can earn a free trip, actually. So just for helping people, which we've had, I have a list almost all compiled because there's so many people that have earned free trips to convention. But here's the way to do it. And we have so many people that can qualify for this. So for people that are growing your team, you know, you're working with some people right now, look at this. If you're brand new, just know that this is actually pretty simple. So anyone who reaches the rank of associate director, and if you have already or in the next month, and you sponsor your first coach, and they earn in each one or each one, which basically means that coach starts their first client, which of course, if you're going to become a coach, you're going to start your first client, which just makes sense. You can earn a free registration to convention. If you reach executive director, so if you are any of those associate directors or managers that just made it this month, by the way, congrats again. All just by doing your next few steps and what our business plan is, you should be achieving a free trip to convention. So hopefully Don's story, Andrea's story inspired you. And actually, I'm just going to throw Ashley's and mine in. We went with like 3 days heads up, and we had so much going on in our life. You know, it was in the middle of construction industry just going down, and it was just not a good time for us. And David and Terry reached out their hand and just said, come. If, you know, just, you know, at the very least, it'll be a vacation. And we had not had a vacation for that. And by the way, Orlando is beautiful. So please come to Orlando. The Marriott's awesome. And it was the best decision we ever made, because this is where we decided truly that this was for us. And I don't know if we'd be here today, and a lot of you guys would be here today if we didn't make that decision. So it's not only just about you and what's possible in your life, but what's going to blossom from all the people you help from going. So it's just amazing. So that's how you can earn a free trip, or you can look out for someone to earn a free trip on your team. So as we wrap up here, guys, Dawn hit it on the head, and Andrea added some great stuff on top of it, is write down some of your goals. What do you want to do? Our business plan is very simple. And if you don't know your next few steps, please, the number one thing after this call is reach out to your support team and just say, hey, I'm loving this. What's my next step in my business? That's the best thing you can always ask. And if you're a new coach, you're looking to gain your first 5 clients. You're going to work with your business coach to do that. If you're one of those managers or associate directors that have been kicking butt as you've been getting started, the next goal is to start your next 5 clients and your next coach, which is great because you have people watching your first few people. You have people that are shrinking, and they have people watching them. So if you can start your first 10, your next 5 are not far away. And someone wants to be a coach in there. And if you're already one of those rock stars, we've had 30 new executive directors since the new year. That's 30 new executive directors and above. That is phenomenal. So what I'm excited to do is help everyone take their business to the next level and help more people. So if you're an executive director, guess what your goal is? Your next 5 clients and your next health coach along the business path. We can change the world 5 people at a time, 1 coach paying it forward at a time. So with that being said, let's get ready to celebrate you guys this next month. And don't just think it's a cool thing that I say this. Literally take 10 minutes, write down some goals, make them tangible, and put a timeline on them and when you want to do it. And the last thing I'll say is, because I'm actually going to quote Christina Sanders, work the first 15 days of the month. I'm actually paraphrasing. The first 15 days of the month, the same as you work the last 15 days of the month, and you'll be very happy with where you're at. So with that being said, let's go change some lives. Great job, everyone, this month. So excited to be partnered with all of you. Dawn and Andrew, thank you so much for doing a great job tonight. I'll talk with you guys all later. Have a good night, everybody.
See you, Brad.
Good night.
Bye,
Bye,
Brad.
Brandon.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Brandon. See you guys
Saturday.
That's right.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
We want the baby.
You want the baby?
We
Yes.
want the baby.
Ashley. And there's
I have my pearls on, Annie. Can you see?
Can you see him?
Oh.
I see his little hat.
Exactly.
Oh, there he is.
He's watching a video of babies laughing, so we're disrupting him.
Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, sweetheart.
All right, guys. Oops, gonna end the recording.